What up, though? What's going on? How you guys doing? If you are seeing this right now, that means I've had a productive day. It also means you're tuned in. But if you're liking, commenting, and subscribed, that means you fuck with me, which means I fuck with you. Period. Welcome you guys to the part 2 of the story I sent to Keep It on the Low. If you came here from her page, welcome. Hopefully you stick around, like, comment, and subscribe. Click and watch some of my other videos. It's a whole timeline from beginning up to the most current stuff. Also, by the time you guys are seeing this, my first membership video should be posted. I actually am working on 2 membership videos, so if you guys fuck with my content, fuck with my story, want to hear the deep juicy details and some slightly traumatic stuff, make sure to join my membership. If you don't see the join button, you have to be using the desktop or request a desktop site or using a computer, I believe, to find the join button for some reason. But yes, y'all, this is the part 2, or really more in depth about the story I sent to Keep It on the Low, because I had to keep it short and cute. I can ramble and I ain't want to type all that. I just wanted to get down to how I met Felon and what ended up happening once we got grown. So to start back when we had went to high school together, y'all, like I said when I sent her the story, we was getting it in. I had no idea this guy had a girlfriend, so we sat at 2 different lunch tables, so we was in 2 different worlds. And how it all ended up coming out, we actually got caught one day in the boiler room by his friend. So we getting it in. He actually had picked me up and we was standing up getting it in this boiler room, y'all, and I hear the door creak and I turn around like, oh hell no, you gotta get out, you gotta get out. So his friend just busts out laughing like, oh, I'm next, y'all. So embarrassing. I literally ran out the school, ran to the bus stop, and had to sit there and wait on the bus. I was so embarrassed. And this guy that caught us talked so much. He was like a class clown. He was always playing around, always instigating, trying to get bitches to fight. You know what I'm saying? He was just one of those niggas that just loved to just run his fucking mouth. Couldn't wait to tell somebody business. So I knew the next day that everybody was about to know, right? So the next day come, y'all. Soon as I walk in the school, it's this group of girls. It's like some seniors and some girls that's in my grade. They just bust out laughing. Like 2 of them had fell on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like bust out laughing. So I'm looking like, okay, I already got a guilty conscience. I'm already paranoid. Everybody knows. So once I seen they bust out laughing, I knew the whole school fucking knew. So y'all, I go to my locker. Why the fuck? It's like, I'm assuming it's yogurt. I still to this day don't know what it was, but it's all at the top of my locker, like that top shelf where you could put stuff at. The yogurt is dripping down. So I look up there, it's a banana sitting in the middle of a pile of yogurt that clearly had melted down, and I was just dripping all over my fucking locker, y'all. A banana and some yogurt at the top of my locker. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Here we go. Like, this is about to be one hell of a fucking day. Like, bet nobody say nothing to me because I don't give a fuck. Y'all, I still didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I knew everybody knew, but I didn't know this nigga had a girlfriend. This is how I found out. So I go to class, y'all. And my first class I had with my best friend. So I walk in and she looking at me like, bitch, tell me it's not true. And I ain't even asked no questions. I already knew what she was talking about. I'm like, yes, it's true. She like, oh my god, you know his girlfriend. We gonna call her Sticks, because she had these long arms and legs like Sticks. So she like, you know Sticks is his girlfriend. I'm like, how the fuck was I supposed to know Sticks was his girlfriend? I don't talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Me and Sticks didn't even have no classes together. I did not know that was his girlfriend. She like, yes, she been with him since the beginning of the school year. Actually, 11th grade was his first year in the school. So that was her boyfriend before he even came to the school. I didn't know nothing about that. I don't ever see them holding hands. He wasn't holding her books. I ain't never seen them. They whole little clique will always be together. So I didn't know he had a girlfriend. He never told me he had a girlfriend. So y'all, I'm finding out this nigga got a girlfriend in the very first class after I got caught messing around with him. I'm like, okay. All right, so that must be, you know what I'm saying, them. I think Sticks was in that group of girls that had bust out laughing or whatever when I first walked into school. So I'm like, okay, that must be who put, you know what I'm saying, the yogurt and shit and the banana in my fucking locker. So I'm sitting there, I see Sticks and like two of her friends come to the door. So if I'm in the classroom, when you look at the door, it's like a little glass window on the side of the door. So they in the glass window making funny faces and falling over, laughing and shit. And I'm just looking like, none of these bitches better not say nothing to me, y'all. So Sticks walks in the fucking class. Her friends had stayed in the hallway. Sticks walks in the class with the banana in her hand. And it's still covered in yogurt. The banana still dripping. She walking towards me. This bitch walk up to my desk and puts the banana on my fucking notebook. My notebook wide open because I was either taking notes or I don't know what the fuck I was doing. But this bitch walk in and sets the banana down on my fucking notebook. Wet ass banana. And I'm looking down at the banana and I look up at her and she like, yeah, slap it on my boyfriend. Nah, bitch, you a hoe. Y'all, I took that notebook as it was sitting down like this and I flung that motherfucking banana up in her fucking face. That banana smacked her in the face. She got yogurt on her face. Now it rolled down her uniform. She got yogurt all over the front of her uniform. I said, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Do something. Y'all, that's when the teacher like, oh no, you have to leave. You have to leave. Everybody started trying to get up, trying to break it up. But the funny thing is, I'm still sitting in this school desk. You know how the desk be connected to the chair. I'm still sitting in the desk and she doing all this. Like, wasn't nobody even holding her back. And she already acting like somebody holding you back. Girl, you don't want none of these problems. So you coming in here with this banana, I guess you thought I wasn't going to do nothing. I'm like, bitch, do something. You know what I'm saying? So she did cause the whole ruckus, acting like somebody was holding her back before anybody even started holding her back. So she get put out the class or whatever. I actually think she had to go to the office because I never got up out my seat. Like, bitch, you really don't want none of these problems. I don't give a fuck about no banana and yogurt. Y'all doing some childish little bullying type shit. I don't care about none of that. Ain't nobody gonna touch me and bet neither one of y'all say shit else to me. Period. So y'all go to my next class, and this is actually a class that I got with felons. So as soon as I see him, I'm grimming the fuck out of him, like, y'all. And we sat next to each other every day in this class. We was always partnered up with anytime it was a group thing. So I had to sit next to him, and I'm just looking at him. I don't even know what to say. I'm waiting on him to say something. He like,
man, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, man, because she on some bullshit. She ready to fight. I should have told you what we had. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to keep it going. She a virgin. You just so freaky. Like, I really want to fuck with you, but you know she know my family and we tied in. I can't break up with her.
he telling me all this in class, and I'm just sitting there listening. I didn't say one word to him because, nigga, you know that I didn't know you had a girlfriend. You know that I barely know that girl, and you knew you could get off. But I'm just mad. I'm just mad because it's like, it's your fault because you had a girlfriend and didn't tell me, but it's my fault because I shouldn't be fucking with you, especially in school anyway. That's how we got caught. So y'all, that class happens or whatever. He steady apologizing. I'm like, nigga, whatever. I'm done. I'm just trying to make it through the fucking school day without having to get, you know what I'm saying, in no fight and try to be getting fucking suspended and all this other shit because my mama have no idea about nothing. Like, my school life is completely separate from my home life. I come home and she think everything cool. I ain't never had no issues, especially not in high school. I went 9th and 10th grade without no fucking issues. Here it is, 11th grade. I'm about to have to fight for my life. Y'all, so the day is going on. We finally get to lunch. Now, lunch is where shit usually goes down because it be teachers on their lunch. It's only a couple, you know what I'm saying, teachers in the lunchroom to watch over us. And most of the other floors be empty. So people be skipping lunch to go fight in the bathrooms and shit like that. So I'm already knowing lunch is about to be a problem. So I'm sitting at my table, and Sticks and they and Felon and all they group of friends sat at the whole other end of the lunchroom. I'm closer to by where they actually pick up their food trays at, and Sticks and them sat on the other end where we exit the lunchroom or whatever. So I'm sitting there eating my school lunch, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there talking to my friend, and I had a couple friends, y'all, but we was not, when I tell you my school, like, people would fight, but it was not, a whole bunch of people just ready for anything, on 10, on 100 every day, a fucking fight, shooting, all this shit. Like, I didn't have all that shit in my school. So, like, literally, none of us had been in a fight. I had been in a fight in middle school, but I didn't fight none this far in high school. So I'm not even knowing what to expect. I don't even know if these bitches gonna have my back. My friend, like, you good, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about that banana and shit. Ain't nobody gonna touch me, y'all. So I'm sitting there eating. I see Sticks and like 3-4 of her fucking friends coming from the other side of the fucking lunchroom. So I'm just sitting there. I'm watching them come down. So I'm just sitting there eating my food. My friend tapping me like, they coming down here. I'm like, I see him. She like, don't worry, I got your back. I'm like, okay, cool. So they come down to the end of the lunch table. Now I'm sitting like closer to the wall. It's a kind of long lunch table. So she's standing at the end of the lunch table, like standing up right at the end. So I look up, and she just staring at me. It's Sticks and like 4 of her friends. I'm like, can I help you? She like, let me talk to you in the hallway. I'm like, we don't have nothing to talk about. She like, Ebony, get up, let me talk to you in the hallway. I'm like, nah, I'm not about to do this with you. We can meet up after school. We can go to the park after school, right? Because it was a park like down the street and across the street from the school. I'm like, I'm not about to get suspended for nobody. I'll meet you at the school. She like, all right, bet, your ass better be there. I'm like, oh my God. So as soon as she walk away, I look at my friend. My friend looked like a fucking ghost. She like, well, bitch, my mama gonna be outside as soon as school over. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go down there. We should have just went in the hallway. Nah, we should just went to the bathroom. Nah, I'm like, girl, I'm not about to fight in school over this nigga that's not mine. Like, no, I'm not about to fight in school. She like, well, shit, what, you gonna go by yourself? I'm like, fuck, I have to. So y'all, the school day is ended. I'm nervous as fuck. I don't want to be looking like a bitch, but I'm literally by myself. None of these bitches had my back. They all basically like, you shouldn't have been fucking her nigga anyway. You talking about after school, you catch the bus. Our people is picking us up. They not about to let us fight. I'm not about to get caught by my parents fighting. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one walking to the bus stop. So I'm clearly the only one that could go across the street and fight, y'all. So I wobble my ass down the street, slow as hell. Them bitches was already there. I don't know if they left school early because we all get out at the same time. So how did they beat me? And I didn't even see them walking over there. I don't know. So I'm walking across the street with my book bag, y'all. I dropped my book bag and shit right by the front of the entrance to get into the fucking park. Y'all, it's probably like, it's her 4 friends, her 4 little group of friends, but then like it seemed like all the seniors is there, and then Felon is there with the nigga that caught us, and then it's like 4 other niggas. So I'm literally walking up on this gang of people by my fucking self, and I'm just standing there. We used to wear like these suit jackets for our uniform, y'all. We had these blazers. So I take my fucking blazer off. You know what I'm saying? I started to take my shoes off, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep my shoes on before I be sliding and getting dirt and shit all in my toes and shit. I'm like, what's up? They steady laughing, y'all. They just felt like they was really on some bully shit. Like, what the fuck is y'all laughing for? They like, you really came here by yourself, girl? We gonna murder you. We gonna kill you. Why would you come by yourself? I'm like, one-on-one, who wanna fight? Like, let's go. Y'all, so Sticks like, bitch, ain't no one-on-one. We all fight. One fight, we all fight. I said it's only one of me, so what y'all about to jump me? Y'all, as soon as I said that, 4 of them bitches started walking up towards me. Why the fuck Felon hop in front of me and push them bitches back? And I'm behind him like, what's up? What's up? Let's go, let's go. He like, no, y'all ain't about to jump her. Sticks mad like, so you protecting this bitch? Oh, he love this bitch. He love this little hoe. He love this hoe. I'm like, let's go. Fuck you, run that run that shit. He like, hell no, y'all not about to jump her. That ain't fair. That ain't fucking fair. He like, no, I don't love her, but that ain't fair. I ain't about to let y'all jump her. He said he trying to argue with them, y'all. I grabbed my fucking book bag and ran to the fucking bus stop. Like, I almost got beat the fuck up. Not only is people talking about how I was messing around with this man in the fucking boiler room, now the next day y'all gonna be talking about how I got dragged at the motherfucking park. But you know, I guess that was just gonna have to be the story if Felon didn't feel like he wanted to save my fucking life that day, y'all. So that's literally what happened. I did not go to school for like 4 or 5 days. I literally skipped school for like a whole fucking week because I used to catch the bus. So my mama would drop me off at school, and as soon as she pulled up, I would walk to the bus stop and catch the bus back home because this is when she used to work days or whatever. And I skipped school for like 5 days, and when I got back to school, y'all, it was a whole nother issue going on. That shit was like the news. It's like 4 or 5 days in circuit, and then as soon as there's some new news, ain't nobody talking about that shit no more. So once I went back to school, my friend was like, you good? I heard what happened. And I'm like, yeah. She was like, you was really about to fight them. I was like, bitch, I was really about to get my ass beat, but somebody was gonna feel 2 or 3 of these hands. Like, somebody was gonna feel it, but it was gonna end really bad. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna end bad, and Felon saved my life. So that's what happened in high school, y'all. Fast forward, if you watch Keep It on the Low story, you know exactly what happened. I'm not even about to touch back into it. So I'm at the shop trying to get my hair done, and this nigga that took my money. I'm like, okay, should I call him? I'm feeling like I need to play it a certain type of way, you feel me? Because I know he took my money. Why would he admit to it? And I don't need to be on tip, because then he just gon', you know what I'm saying, block me. He probably gonna know I'm about to pull up, so I need to play it smart. I call my friend RJ. Now, if y'all new to my channel, y'all do not know who RJ is, but RJ is somebody I met. This is actually around the time when I first met him. He recently has passed away in 2020, which is not really that recent, but it's recent. And this is somebody, like, since the moment I met him, he has been in my life since then. All these years, this probably like 2009 this shit is happening. So from 2008 all the way to 2020, this man had been in my life. So I call my friend RJ. It's a couple videos about him. I'll tag them below. I call him, and of course I can't tell him how the nigga got down on me, which y'all know. So I had to make up some shit. I basically told him that I was at like a little get together, little kickback. It was guys and girls. We was just over there chilling. I think I told him like I went to the bathroom and I was throwing up, and I left my purse on the couch. And you know what I'm saying, I never checked my purse until I got home. And you know what I'm saying, the nigga took my money, and he asking me like, how you know it was him? I'm like, he was the only one left on the couch. I just made up a whole story, y'all, because RJ wasn't my man. But if you watch my other RJ stories, you would know that RJ was RJ, and I couldn't tell him the complete truth, but I knew that, that he was gonna have my back. So he like, bet, we about to go get your money. I'm like, what we gonna do? He like, call that nigga, try to play it cool. You know what I'm saying? You can even ask him about the money. Tell him you want to see him again. Tell him you want to come back over there and chill with him. Like, just set it up, and I'm gonna come with you. I'm like, it's just us. Like, we gonna go by ourselves. He like, Ebony, call that nigga and set the shit up. I'm like, okay, cool. So y'all, I leave my hair appointment. I'm at home. I'm nervous because I don't know how to do no shit like this. So I'm like, let me not sound too mad. Let me not just automatically accuse him, y'all. I call him and I'm like, hey, what's up? He like, yeah, what's up? What's going on? I'm like, I was trying to see you. What you doing? He like, oh, I'm on my way back home now. I'm like, okay. Did I drop some money over there earlier? And he like, what you mean? I'm like, I'm looking in my purse, and I could have sworn I had some money in my purse. I had just went to the ATM. So I'm like, maybe I dropped it, you know what I'm saying, somewhere outside or in your room. He like, look, I actually ain't been home since earlier. You know what I'm saying? I left out right after you, so I'll look when I get there. I'm like, okay, cool. He like, but you can come back or whatever. You can come back tonight. I'm like, yeah, I'ma just pull up. I told him, I think I want to say, I told him like 8 or 9. And I'm like, just call me if you see my money. He like, okay, I'ma call you. So y'all, he never called back. And about 8 or 9, I called him and no, I texted him and said I was on my way. He said okay. Y'all, so I pick up RJ. We headed over there to his house. I have no idea what RJ got planned. He ain't really telling me nothing until we get to the block. So we parked a couple houses down. I'm like, that's the house right there. He like, all right, go up to the door, see if he let you in. I'm like, okay, what you gonna do? He like, don't worry about it. Just see if he let you in the house. I'm like, okay, cool. So y'all, I get out the car and RJ had stayed in the car. So I go up to the porch. I'm knocking on the door. This nigga not coming to the door, right? So on the side of the door is like the living room window, and then they ghetto ass had like slits and spaces in their blinds. It was like some blinds missing. So if you look in the living room and light is on, you can see straight in the fucking living room because they didn't have no curtains. It was just some raggedy ass blinds. So I'm looking over. I see 2 niggas on the couch, and then I see Felon coming back from his room. I know where his room at. He coming out of his room. So I'm knocking again, and he looked like, I hear him like somebody at the door because the music on. I hear him like somebody at the door. So he come to the door and lift the little paper shade up on the little square on the door, and he like, oh, what's up? Now mind you, they don't have no screen door. It's just one big door to this house or whatever. So he lift the paper up. He like, what's up? They cut the music down. I'm like, hey, I told you I was coming. He like, oh, you I ain't know you was coming right now. I'm like, I told you I was on my way. He like, yeah, I ain't find your money. Whole time I'm still on the porch. He never opened the door. I'm like, what you mean? He like, yeah, you said you lost your money. I ain't find your money. I'm like, right, but I came to chill with you. He like, I ain't find your money, baby girl. You might as well get the fuck on. You might as well leave. I'm like, what are you talking about? So as I'm standing there trying to get him to let me in, RJ gets out the car, y'all, walks around the side of the house to go, I guess, in the backyard, try to get in through the back. So I'm standing here steady going back and forth for him trying to get in. Now I'm like, nigga, you must have stole my money, because we going back and forth and he basically trying to dismiss me and tell me to leave. And I'm like, nigga, you know you took that motherfucking money. He like, you came over here, thought you was about to get your money back. I don't know what you put up for. You better leave. You better leave. Then he gonna say, I'm about to call Sticks. I know you scared of them. I know you scared. I'm about to call them. I'm still cool with them. I'm gonna call them up over here. Y'all, while he sitting there, him and his friends laughing at me standing on the porch looking stupid, I peek over in that window through them raggedy ass blinds, and I see RJ walking in their fucking living room. Like, it's 2 niggas sitting on the couch. I can see the back of Felon's head, you know what I'm saying, from the window. So he's standing at the door talking to me, and I can see the back of his head as I'm peeking through this window. Y'all, I see RJ come out of the fucking shadows into the fucking living room. He pulls his pants up. You know how niggas pull their pants up when they about to fight? He pull his pants up like, where that money at? Y'all, Felon tried to run up on him. RJ grabbed that nigga so fast, put that nigga on the ground, start going in his shit. And I'm just on the porch like, get that nigga, get that nigga. Then the other 2 niggas get up and try to jump on RJ. This nigga like elbowing these niggas trying to, you know what I'm saying, they trying to windmill at him. RJ is really going in Felon shit. I'm talking about straight face shots. Felon already probably knocked out at this point because he not even fighting back. His arms not moving. These 2 niggas jump on his back. He pushing them off. Instead he hitting Felon. Then he turn around, start squaring up with one nigga. I'm like, it's 3 of y'all and y'all getting beat up. And RJ is not no big strong ass nigga. I mean, he kind of tall, but he just a nigga. Like, he ain't got no big ass muscles. He ain't, you know what I'm saying, he ain't got shit on Kanan. If you not hip to my Kanan stories, he ain't got shit on Kanan, but he straight handling these niggas, right? So as I'm standing on the porch trying to I'm getting hyped like shit. I want to give me a couple hits in, y'all. I go around. This nigga there broke a window to get in the motherfucking house. So as they got the music blasting, laughing at me, you ain't even hear this nigga bust the fucking back window to get in this bitch, y'all. I had to climb through the window, cut my fucking leg. I'm in there. I get to the living room. Felon ass is knocked out cold. He was still breathing, y'all. He was still breathing, but I did kick him in his motherfucking face. I definitely took my fucking foot. I had on some sandals. I took my foot and put it down on his fucking face one good time. RJ steady fighting the two niggas, y'all. I go in felon room. I'm looking through all the dresses, all the drawers. I'm finding rolled up money. I'm finding singles everywhere. I'm taking change. Something said look up under the bed. Y'all, it's 3 shoe boxes under the bed. I open one, that bitch empty. I open another one, it's some shoes. I open the other one, rows of singles. All singles rolled up. I guess he had counted them up and rolled them up. I'm stuffing shit in my shirt. I'm putting shit in my shorts. I'm putting shit in my purse. I'm stealing every fucking thing. He had some pants on the floor like he had just took them off. I went through that pocket, took that motherfucking roll. The nigga was caked up stealing my motherfucking, how much I say it was? $250, $300? I don't know. You caked up, but you stealing from me for what? Or maybe your friends ain't had no money because you let your friend go in my motherfucking purse while we supposed to be getting it in. I'm thinking we going down memory lane about to get it back popping and you a whole petty ass thief. Y'all, I stuffed all that shit anywhere I could stuff it. I was money. Up under the titties, in the pants, up under. I stuffed rows of singles everywhere. Y'all, I'm walking out the room trying to hold the money up in my shirt. RJ still fighting. I'm like, you done, let's go. This nigga open the front door. We walk out. I get in the passenger seat. RJ gets in the driver's seat and we skirt the fuck off. Y'all, I'm in the passenger seat like, you good? He like, hell yeah, I'm good. How much you get? I'm like, I don't know. I do this and let all the money on my shirt. I'm pulling bros. He like, and that nigga stealing from you? I'm like, right. He like, hold on. Let's get somewhere so we could cop this shit up. We had to wait till we got back to our side of town because we couldn't stop no motherfucking where. Y'all, I want to say we went back to RJ house. So we get to his house. We unrolling all these singles. This nigga had put the singles in stacks of like 200 or something because it was like we was counting like 2, 4, 6. We end up having like $2,500, y'all. $2,500. We split that shit. I actually gave him 15. I'm like, you did your motherfucking thing. We got us something to drink. We went shopping the next day. Listen, we had a ball off that 2,500. Got your ass whooped trying to steal from me. I never saw him again, y'all. I never heard from that man again. I was friends with a couple people on Instagram that I went to high school with, and he had ended up going to jail like a while ago, and I think he's still in there because, I mean, clearly the man was just a fucking felon. Like, he's literally a fucking felon. Like, y'all, I will never forget that shit, and I honestly was never gonna tell that story just because of how my money got took. I was probably gonna put it on the membership, but keep it on the low, my girl. Shout out to you. Shout out to anybody that came from her channel. But y'all, that was crazy. I told y'all I got my money back plus some. The fuck, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you click around and watch some of my other story times. I have probably 2 or 3 more coming this week. But until next time, be productive, be safe, and have fun.